What a beautiful morning. We're out on the point today with my seagull pals here. We've got a strong wind coming in from the north here. So we're getting set up. We're going to take this point today. I'm the only person out here. I have the usual crab throw traps. And look at that beautiful sunrise today. Ooh, that's going to warm me up. I haven't even had my morning coffee yet. But today I have the throw rings out. And last time I was way out on the point. I don't think that was super productive. So this is where the girls were catching some rock crab. So besides those throw rings, I also have what they call a snare, crab snare. And these are legal in California. And what you do is fill up that box in the middle with bait, stuffed bait in there. And then you cast it out and it lays on the bottom like this, and these loops are open, and then when the crab dances around and starts feeding, when you pull it in, the loops all close and they snare the crab. Well, that's the theory anyway. So let's go do a pull here while we're waiting to hook up. Let's see if we have anything on our trap here, on our ring. Let's go ahead and sit there. Let's give it a first pull. I've had a couple babies here. It felt good, but I think I let off the tension for a minute, so that kind of let whatever was in there get away. We're going to re-throw this out again. There we go. And now we'll pull the one on this side. And when you pull them, you can't let go. You got to keep constant tension or it opens. Oh, this feels pretty heavy. This feels like we might have something here. Maybe we have our first rock crab. Let's see. Oh, that feels pretty good. You can see we're loaded. And yeah, I would say we have our first rock crab keeper there. All right. Put that back in. Let's deal with this. All right. That's good news. It's female, and you can have keepers. Then we have to measure and make sure she's 4 inches across. Stand by. So what we're doing is measuring. We're trying to measure across there. Yeah, as long as she doesn't fit inside of that, we're good. So that is our first legal keeper right there. How about that? Yes sirree, Bob. So legal's 4, but I like to take at least 4 1/4. I like to have the tape. So yeah, that's a good 5-incher on there. Excellent. That was beautiful. Now we're going to let that soak for about 15 minutes. Right. A few trips out, I'll tell you guys, my confidence level is going up. Let's try another pull here. Once you get the slack out of it, you can't stop pulling. See what we got here. There's a lot of crabs in here, but I don't know if there's any keepers. Nope. Just a lot of small boys here. live again to play another day. Don't want this on my GoPro going in. And then back in she goes. Alright. She was kind of camouflaged, but yeah, that's 4.5 inches. That's another keeper. I think that's a brown. Yeah. Let's see, yeah, that's a brown rock. That's a male. Alright, good deal. Keep feasting tonight, boys. We're rolling good now. We're cooking with gas. We have anything on this baby? Feels a little tight. Alright, I think we got some. That felt good and tight. I think we brought in our own other line. Unfortunately, it happened. The wind's moving a lot of stuff around today. Now it is officially coffee time. The thing I like about crabbing is you have a lot of downtime. This is what I used to like back in old Maryland, baby. Just drop those lines down on the dock. Little chicken, a little weight, and just kick back and just chill out. Crack a beer or 3. You're good to go. Good morning, everybody. What a life! It'll be a beautiful day. The wind is just starting to die down a little bit, which is great. So there will be a catch and cook tonight. I can't believe it. I finally got 2 decent keeper crabs. Kind of exciting. I hope we get a few more today. That would be great. We are really doing well today. This is really a big Rocky right there. So that's number 3. Number 3. All my catches come off of the drop net. Right. So windy right now. It's hard to show you what's going on. Everything's blowing around. But all of my stuff has come off of the drop nets. But I'm baiting this. This one's nice. It's good quality. The other one I have is just junk. So I just put some fresh bait in there. So I keep my fingers crossed. Alright, dude. These guys are hungry. I've been throwing them a little food. Let's try this one over here. This current's moving fast too, so I'm catching a lot of seaweed. Really hard to say because this is really a lousy construction. This one I can tell immediately. Probably build my own better. Probably caught the crab line here. It's hard to say. Probably caught the crab pot throw line. And that's exactly what I did. Yep. Current's moving so much today. It's like impossible. Keep stuff from not floating. But there we go. I just noticed you don't even see one boat going out today because conditions are too dangerous. Once you leave this harbor, you got that very strong prevailing wind coming out of the north. Yeah, I guess it's coming out of the east. Maybe behind me here. Yeah, the east. Yeah, because it's from behind over there, northeast, whatever. Anyway, there's a strong wind blowing today. What am I, a weather guy? Blowing here, and it's too dangerous to go out. Once you leave this harbor and you hit that open Pacific, you get these really big swells. And although I'm even starting to see whitecaps out here on the water, once you start to see that, then it's really uncomfortable if you're running a charter boat. I mean, normally Captain Rick will take you out there and you know, you'll have a good time, but if you're seasick, hey, that's your problem, right? You're gonna have 6-7 hours of a miserable experience. But in here you can tell the currents that whenever you have that wind is effectively trying to empty this harbor here. Plus, if I'm looking over that way, it looks like the fog is starting to come in too. So our weather conditions are definitely deteriorating as they were predicted to. So it's a good thing we got a pretty good early start today. We'll be doing a cook. Hopefully when I get back, we'll cook up these crabs and do a maybe do a crab cake, Maryland style crab cake, something like that, to have a lot of fun. So, all right. So having a good time. Of course we are, man. We got 3 in the bag today. It actually feels pretty good, but it looks like it's loaded with just a lot of little tykes in here. Yeah. Yeah, we got 3 little tykes, 2 little tykes, one just popped off. There's the lads there. At least we're getting bites today, right? And then we'll toss that baby right back at you. Oh, you enjoy this so much. Yeah. I do. That's the fun part of the whole operation right there. Let's try the other one too here. I think I've really been getting anything here. Might be the water is moving too fast out there. Might have something. Nope. Just some more smallies. That's about it. Rock and roll, baby. There we go. Well, believe it or not, snared my first one. It's a small rock crab. But what the heck? You can see how it operates now. That closed down on the claw there. So, okay, maybe I won't dump this thing. I don't know, but you got to go back because on account of you're way too small. Keep it small, but the snare, you can see how it works now. She's blowing a gale. It's a good thing I do have the microphone on today. We're gonna have to abandon ship. It's probably getting on about 9 o'clock anyway, so we've had some, you know, every day's better than the prior day. So I'm gonna get one more good soak in here. I've already removed one of the snares, just not much going on it. I just have the 2 throw pots, which have done great, and I'm just down here on the end with a rod with the snare. So hopefully I'll get one more. Man, it's mad in the heck, huh? It's like a one claw wonder there. He grew up and get nice and big now. Okay, baby Dungy here. Bye-bye, mate. There he goes. Swimming on down. Boom. I'm a little windblown, but darn, I'm happy today. I am so happy. Leaving here. What I really like is, as long as you can show some progress. Right, welcome into Kitchen Stadium, everybody. And if you're new here, we do a lot of demonstration cooking, a lot of challenge cooking, and a lot of what we call hack job cooking here. What's hack job cooking? It means we take a recipe and we try to keep 90% of the flavor and the taste with 10% of the effort and the work, and it works out pretty well, and it's funny. We have our crabs here. Because I'm going to be picking the meat, I'm not going to worry about spicing and everything like that. Normally, if these were going to be eating crabs, I would steam them because I think steaming maintains more of the flavor of the crab, whereas boiling releases a lot of the flavor. So I'm going to bring that up to a boil. This is a very humane way to dispatch the crabs very quickly. Also, a lot of people will take water, have a bucket with them, and they'll put the crabs in the bucket while they're crabbing and stuff. Look, I was on a new sea angler and putting all the crabs into the seats underneath the seat. Crabs can live for 24 hours out of water with no problem whatsoever. So as soon as we get up to a boil, the crabs go in and they're going to boil for about 20 minutes, all right? All right, our water is boiling away. There's 1, 2, right into the pot, and here goes number 3. Still cooking, very humane, best way to do it. Boom, over like that. So see you guys in 20 minutes. Boiling is over. I have some ice water over here. You want crabs that are easier to get the meat out of. You want to immediately plunge these into ice water. Let them sit a couple minutes, and then it's a heck of a lot easier to pull the meat. Exciting. They've had the nice spa treatment now, so we're going to let them sit right there. It's a nice looking rock crab today, isn't it? Really kind of lucked out there. All right. Hail, hail, the gang is all here. There they are. All right, I was lucky growing up in Maryland. I was spoiled with seafood. So, I'm gonna open these babies up. First, you lift up the back flap. You take your knife, and what we're gonna do is clean that off. We're not gonna save any of the guts. Right there. We're just gonna give it a good cleaning on the inside. We're gonna remove all the what we call dead man in Maryland. They call it the lungs out here. We called it the dead man. It was the only part of the crab that they said you shouldn't really eat. And you can see that is pretty clean right there. So we're going to do these one at a time, and then we're going to break this in half, and then we're just going to get the meat out of the compartments and the claws there. So it's pretty easy job, not as easy as Dungeness because these don't have near the meat that the Dungeness do, but these are for their size. The ones I got today, 5 inches and then 5.5, which is beyond the legal size. Pretty doggone good. Got that there. Of course, we're going to have all the flies here. Really nice claw meat. So you just got to really hard shell on them. That's gorgeous meat out of there. There we go. A1. I'll never best a Maryland crab picker, but sometime you should go look at the video of the ladies that they have the world championship of crab picking down in Crisfield, Maryland, down there. The hard crab capital, the blue crab capital of the world. And man, those ladies can cook. Those ladies can, whew, man, their hands are on fire down there getting that crab out, because they're paid by the pound. And years ago I used to work at Phillips family, Phillips Seafood down there. I'll tell you some stories about old lady Phillips, but I think discretion's the better part of valor here. So I'm really surprised the amount of meat on these babies, and because I did plunge it into the ice water, it's so easy to remove this meat. It's amazing. I'm surprised. These had much more meat than I thought they would, and some really choice meat too. But you want to learn patience, shuck 13 bushels of corn a day. You'll have patience. Okay, that was quite a bit of meat we got off of that. I'm going to throw that in the refrigerator, keep that nice and fresh, and then I'll see you guys later on when it gets on dinner time. Oh boy, that wind really kicked up. I decided to extend this a little bit. I've got some shrimp I've had, and I'm going to dice this up really fine. We're contending with the flies. Boy, the wind really kicked up. Can you imagine being out on the water? These guys know what they're doing out there. So we're chopping this up to give a little bit of an extender to it. These are going to be Maryland style. We don't really do a lot with shrimp in Maryland, but out here in California, you're not going to tell a Maryland boy how to make a crab cake, right? It ain't gonna happen. Anyway, let's swing around here a little bit. We have all of our crab meat here. There it is. What sounds like snow is actually the redwood droppings coming off the redwood trees. We're gonna put our crab meat in there. And to that, we're going to add our shrimp here. Alright. Going to mix that all together really well. Going to go ahead and open my mustard and some other ingredients here. So let's get this open. We're going to take a teaspoon of the mustard powder, dry mustard powder. I prefer the Coleman's. I think it is really good. Okay. We can also have a spoon, a teaspoon of mayonnaise. Popped in there. That was probably a little more, but mayo is one of those things that really can't get enough of sometimes, right? Then we're going to put in a little bit of a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. You know, people on my channel is, oh, I love the way you cook, but I can't stand the way you don't measure. Right? It's called so the experience. A teaspoon of Old Bay, and yeah, born and raised in Maryland, of course I'm going to have the institutional size Old Bay. Now we're going to mix this together, and we're going to pop an egg in, like so, right there. See how well that's all coming together. Okay, man, that baby is going to be meaty. Now here's the trick. They'll tell you use panko, breadcrumbs. Man, growing up, we didn't know what the hell panko. Panties? Panko? What are you talking about, man? We grew up, people used bread, right? What you want to do, you can chop this up real fine. You can tear it. You can do whatever you want. This stuff makes a great binder for crab cakes. There's just no denying it. So I'm going to get in here with my hands, tear it up a little more. Don't worry about the crust. You think we worried about the crust? Ooh, that wind tearing apart Kitchen Stadium today. Yeah. Woo! There we go. We're going to put that right in with that. And we're going to mix that all together. You get the bread gradually wetted. It'll all come together. And make sure your hands are clean. Oh yeah, that's already looking like a Maryland crab cake right there. Look at that. All coming together. Man, that's a thing of beauty. All right. Take your time combining it all. All right, that's perfect. And then what we're gonna do now, clear a little spot. We're gonna shape this into 2 really nice crab cakes. It maybe even get 3 out of this. Beautiful. All right. And unlike the crab cakes that you see in a lot of recipes, these are going to stay soft. They're not going to turn into like hockey pucks. Okay? And look at that. 3 really beautiful. And that's the way Maryland crab cakes really look. They're loose. They're not all tight. Okay? I'll see you over grill side. We got the skillet ready to go. Okay? Look at how nice they look. All right. Man, you're eating Maryland style today. We're getting that griddle nice. We're getting that nice and hot. And I gave a little bit of top sprinkle of some Old Bay here. That and Babe Ruth were the 2, well, 3 great things came out of Baltimore, right? The Star Spangled Banner, thanks to Fort McHenry, Babe Ruth, and Old Bay, baby. We're just laying these babies right in. These are gonna be soft and tender, okay? That's the big difference. All right, they're already firing away there. Okay, we're not going to smash them down and do all the stuff that people do. All right. I flip them over real gently. That's the thing. A crab cake should always be soft. It shouldn't be hard like a lot of hamburgers are, okay? These things have to be handled delicately. Like the Wicked Witch of the West said, right? Delicately. They look beautiful. You go down to downtown Baltimore to Lexington Market, Fadley's Seafood. And you're going to see all the businessmen coming in from lunch, and they get a crab cake coming in for lunch, and they get a crab cake, and what do they serve it with in Baltimore? Baby, they serve it with saltine crackers, man. That's how they do it. Some people put a little bit of ketchup on it. Alright. Just pop that baby right on that saltine. Just like that. Oh, it's so soft. I couldn't eat a crab cake that was like a hockey puck. I'm sorry. You get drummed out of the city. Oh. I taste the crab. I taste all the spicing. This just immediately transported me 3,000 miles back east to Fadley's Market in Lexington, Fadley's Seafood in Lexington Market. That's the way a crab cake should be, guys. Soft, tender, fall apart, delicious. Man, that is bang the table good. Now, if you're a kid, what do? What kids always do, you put that baby between two saltines. This is freakily good. I'm just saying. Alright guys, I'm going to close it out before I just go crazy here this afternoon. What a fun day. Home at noon, cooking up, catch and cook. What a great catch and cook. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications. Yeah, we know how to cook a little bit around the rancho too, as you'll see in upcoming episodes. So please like, subscribe, make sure you hit that bell for all notifications. And I'm going to finish enjoying my crab cake. Thanks everybody.